I really like Souls-likes.
There's only one beer left.
A Souls-like is a game that's like Dark Souls with those main traits of rolling, RPG combat, replenishing rest sites, and bosses that are gonna give you a little slap.
Hey you! Come here.
But you already knew all that, and another thing that you might know is that there's a new Souls-like on the market called the Nether Crab's Treasure. But what you didn't know is that I really like it. And now you know that too. Most of the discussion around this crab game is about how incredibly derivative of Dark Souls it is, but I disagree. I think through Joyous Traversal, a pun-filled world, and fluid playstyles, Another Crab's Treasure sets itself apart. So today, let's look at the uniqueness of Another Crab's Treasure. First off, Joyous Traversal. Dark Souls isn't really known for its traversal. It doesn't even have a jump button. And while Elden Ring mends this in some way, it does have a jump button. Overall, platforming isn't a heavy focus, but Another Crab's Treasure takes a cue from its art style and adds fluid movement and bouncy level design to make its world as much about traversal as it is about combat. From an awesome grappling hook that allows you to zip through the air to sponge launch pads which propel you upward, there are so many ways to tackle its level design, and it's always an absolute joy. It also is very additive to some of the core Souls-like features. Shortcuts are now grappling hook points which make them more fun to interact with. Interlocking levels can now be more vertical with a floaty jump, and minor or silly mess-ups are now minimally punished. This traversal works to improve rather than reinvent, which is one of the many reasons it's an amazing system. Next, we have an ocean deep with puns. You may not understand what makes Another Crab's Treasure different, but can you undersee it? Under the sea? I may not be very good at puns, but Another Crab's Treasure is excellent at them, from the popsicle sticks with the hidden punchlines to the names of areas literally straight up mocking names from Elden Ring. The puns run deep, but it's more than just wordplay, as so many of the things in the game are just downright funny. From the sashimi samurai who whips your ass on a well-portioned plate, to a funny looking crab with some big old plastic forks attached to his claws. So many of the things in the game work to just add that little bit of joy to your playthrough, a little laugh in a genre that takes itself so seriously. All in all, you could say it's sensational. And with that, I'm officially done with the pun section. Finally, fluid playstyles. In Souls-likes, you'll develop a playstyle and then iterate on it throughout a run, but the core mechanics of your style won't change throughout. In Another Crab's Treasure, though, your stats play a very minor role into your playstyle. What matters more is the shell on your back. It dictates how defensive you'll play, it dictates your special abilities, and it even dictates your weight. Everything rides on your shell, but that shell that is all important is transient. It has a health meter, and the second it breaks, it's gone forever. For instance, I love the can, but in some areas there's only one can left. And when it's gone, I have to move on to a banana peel or a thimble or a myriad of other playstyles which I might be uninitiated to. And these shells aren't just slightly different. Some allow you to fight at range, some offer up healing buffs, and others turn you into a spinning ball of death. This forced flipping of playstyles is a cornerstone both of the way that Another Crab's Treasure sets itself apart from Souls-likes, but also to the game's story, as Krill is on a trek to reclaim his home, and it's this silly idea that finds resonance through its gameplay implementation. Another Crab's Treasure is a Souls-like, but it's also Another Crab's Treasure. It's funny, it's heartfelt, and it's designed by developers who obviously were very passionate about the thing that they made. This passion shines through in every boss fight, every sprawling area, and every piece of trash with a little pun written on it. Oh, and I thought of one more thing that Another Crab's Treasure does differently than Dark Souls. The crab has a gun. That's a little different.